Just want to show this to you really quick. It's a canal here that's suspended by a bridge going over another creek. I never saw that before. I'm gonna get a little bit closer look over there. This is Route 611 right here. That's my car, obviously. I apologize if it's shaky. I'm filming this with my phone. I just spotted it along the road here, and this is the canal that is being held up by a bridge. I never saw that in my entire life. That's pretty amazing. Obviously there are some leaks coming from the side of it, but it's pretty well made. It's flowing down this way here. Some sort of little trough cut off here. You can see that. All the water is just collecting there, and I believe it empties out into the river. Let me get on the other side here. There's actually a sign here with some information. I'll show that in the video too. Okay, here's the other side of the... Oh, that's pretty neat. They use this to control the height of the water, to raise and lower to allow boats to pass through. And you can see this is the higher part. That's the level of the water. And it's much lower here, so you can see the difference. So it looks like maybe a boat would enter this way. The water from behind me would drain down and raise this up. And there had to have been some sort of door back there or chamber that would close it off to contain the water to help elevate it. This is pretty neat though. I never saw this in person before. I've seen videos on YouTube and on documentaries. I originally thought it drained out down here, but I believe it just goes to the other side of that canal. I'm not sure which river this is either. They have this little dock here, which I believe is for maybe boats to board and unboard. You see the sign here. That's pretty hard to imagine a boat going over that, and to see it from the side of the road like that. It'd just be suspended in the air over that bridge. I never saw a boat go over a bridge before, but it was a first for everything. You can see the bottom here. It's not very deep. It's maybe 4 or 5 feet. It's enough for small canoes or small boats. You can see right to the bottom. It's pretty clear. Here's another look at one of those little, I don't know what it was. It's probably used at some point to, like I said, control a wall or a door, to control the height of the water passage. That's just pretty neat though. Like I said, this is right along Route 611, Delaware Canal. Okay, there's the sign there. I'll show some of the signs in a moment. That way you guys can read up on it. Okay, here's a look at the other side here. This is where the water, it looks like it's coming into from the other passage on the other side there. Just to give you a reference point. Right over here is where the water's entering. And again, it's draining out down here. Here's another spot here too where water's exiting from the pipe that may be connected up top as well. Looks like maybe there's two spots where the water drains down to. I'm not sure which one's connected to which, but you can see the canal here. There's a concrete bottom on it, and it's maybe 1 to 2 feet deep. But again, there must have been doors here somewhere at some point, probably where these little little inlets are. These little inserts would close off, and this would fill up with water to match the level on the other side. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna get over there. I'll show you the signs right now. Alright, now as you can see, this is actually a state park, Delaware Canal State Park, Lock 21. It's part of the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. I do have a nice parking area here if you wish to come check it out. And there's multiple locks along Route 611 here. We passed a few of them along the way, and this is the one that we stopped at because they had the most room to park. All the other ones were kind of limited spacing. I'm going to show these signs here. I'm going to kind of pan down top to bottom. If you guys do want to read anything, just pause the video. Alright, so based on the sign here, this is going over Cook's Creek that the canal passes over. Total of 23 locks, and this is lock 21, so we're near the end of it. But this one has a great vantage point of it. Let's give you guys one more look. That is a pretty ingenious feat of engineering. I've never seen that before. I probably never will again. Alright, this is going to be a continuation of the canals I just showed you guys. We came upon another one here. This is 22 of 23. I was mistaken. I said that they were going that way with the lower numbers, but actually 23 is up that way going towards Easton. So behind me is counting down towards 21. I want to show this one just because it's more visible as to how the lock operated. This is the actual canal right here. And over here is the holding area, the holding pond, and the pump house that's used to fill up this canal, the lock. Sorry if I'm jumbling my words. I'm just trying to put in the correct sentence here at the correct order. But here's the canal. Straight down that way is lock 21 that we were upon, that I first showed you guys. This is lock 22. And this is the holding pond or holding facility or whatever you want to call it, and the pump house here. And you can see all these gears and doorways here would open up, and this would drain to fill up that canal. So this is a completely intact lock and pump station here, and the water would go through those grates when they lift those doors up, the hatches. And there's probably a series of pipes that go underground that fill up that canal. Okay, lock 22 and 23, so it looks like this is the end of it here. So again, this direction is Easton. Behind me we came from Kittnersville, that's where lock 21 was, and they head down the canal that way. Just to show you, this is the locking chamber that controls the height of the water. And there is the old lock right there, the back side of it, which was like a doorway that would close. And you can see the water, the boat would sit in here and raise right up to the top here to match the level of the canal over here. And also vice versa, if boats were coming this way down the canal, they'd have to come in this chamber here in the lock. The water would drain out and the boat would lower down to match the height of the water down there. So this is how the lock works, this is how it looks. And the only thing that's missing is just the locking chamber on the back side here, because I believe these are inoperable now. But they are pretty interesting to see. But again, this is the filling station area for that lock, for that canal. This water would drain down through those holes to fill up that lock. I don't know the last time these were used, but the fact that they're still here is pretty neat. This is like the pump house area here. A series of levers and gears here. They would twist these handles on top, which would in turn raise a gate or door below and allow the water to flow through. There's an old generator here. Alright, here's a look at the back side of the lock chamber. Again, there would have been some type of door or gate there that would seal that off to control the water level. And this is where the canal continues on down to. And again, the next one is lock 21 that I showed you in the earlier part of the video. there is the pumping station, and here's another little inlet here, and you can see the gate there that's blocking the opening. That would raise up to allow water to enter or exit depending on how it's set up. That's the same thing that is up there, minus the crank on it and the gears. You can see the gate there kind of through the water. So it's kind of a series of pipes and valves and pumps and everything else to make this operable. It's, like I said, pretty impressive that they came up with this back in the 18 to 1900s. It's a nice peaceful canal. It'd be nice to just sit in a kayak or a rowboat and just make your way down. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any additional information on this canal or the locking chambers or anything that has to do with this, feel free to comment below. I don't know much about this, just based on reading the signs, and I did see a documentary on this once that showed active canals in different parts of different states, and it's pretty neat to see how it works. And they have bathrooms here and ample parking and even little cookout stations here, so you can come here, spend a couple hours, relax, check it out, take some pictures. It's something you don't see on an everyday basis, so I definitely encourage you to bring your kids here. It's a part of history. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.